I rise today to stand with our nation's veterans and their families. We owe these brave individuals and their loved ones a debt that can never be repaid. When our nation called, they answered. Our veterans served bravely in theaters around the world, kept us safe, and helped to spread American values and the freedoms we hold dear. Our veterans made unimaginable sacrifices to their health, to their well-being, and to their families. They fulfilled their commitment to our great nation, and we must now uphold the commitments we made to them. It is for that reason that I rise in strong support of the Military Construction and Veterans Affairs Appropriations Act under consideration today. It is also why this amendment is so important. For the last 2 years, I have offered this amendment with the same simple message. VA senior executives need to take responsibility, fix the problems, and do their jobs. As public servants, these senior executives have a solemn obligation to ensure that veterans receive the respect, support, and care that they have earned. But one only needs to take a quick survey of the tremendous investigative work that Chairman Miller, Congressman Mike Kaufman, and the rest of my colleagues on the Veterans Affairs Committee have been doing, to see that despite our efforts to reform and improve the agency culture at the VA, little to nothing has changed. The VA is still failing veterans in Pennsylvania and across the country. Veterans still have difficulty accessing care, claims, and appeals are still backlogged, whistleblowers are still being retaliated against, and reckless, wasteful spending has reached new levels. For example, in my home state of Pennsylvania, the Inspector General recently conducted an investigation at the Philadelphia Regional Office after receiving numerous complaints that there was data manipulation and that management was mistreating and retaliating against staff. The IG confirmed a number of these allegations and found tens of unanswered veteran inquiries. Many of us are also familiar with the VA Hospital project in Aurora, Colorado. Over a decade ago, veterans in Denver were promised a new medical facility. Yet due to gross mismanagement, the project is well behind schedule and is now going to cost taxpayers more than $1 billion over budget. To his credit, Secretary McDonald has publicly recognized many of his department's failings, has spoken of increased transparency and accountability, and acknowledges that a wholesale culture change will be necessary. But this transformation has not yet occurred, and accountability is certainly still lacking. To date, only a few of the senior executives who have been found responsible for the misconduct at the VA have actually been terminated. Some have been placed on extended paid leave, some reassigned, while others have been promoted. In fiscal year 2013, the VA shelled out some $2.8 million in bonuses solely to its executives, an increase from the previous year when the agency paid out $2.3 million. I've always maintained that taxpayer-funded bonuses to senior executives of an organization with this sort of abysmal performance record is ridiculous. These dollars would be better spent providing our veterans with the first-rate service and care they rightly deserve. That's why I'm offering this amendment again this year to direct that none of the funds appropriated may be used to pay for senior executive bonuses. The amendment was adopted the last 2 years and was included in bills that passed out of this chamber with wide bipartisan support. Congress certainly has an important role to play in reforming the VA. We need to continue our oversight activities and pass the sorts of reforms that are included in bills brought to the floor by Chairman Miller and the Veterans Affairs Committee. However, while we do that, we also need to ensure that not a single dime is spent on paying bonuses to senior executives until the problems at the VA are fixed. I'd like to thank Chairman Miller and Congressman Fitzpatrick, Kelly, Tipton, Crawford, and Hülskamp for their support. I urge all my other colleagues to stand with our nation's veterans and support increased I will yield.
Thank you. I just want to say I rise in support of the amendment. A number of members have offered amendments relating to the VA performance bonus awards. The gentleman's amendment is the most comprehensive, and I would encourage other members to join with Mr. Rothfus.